We're making a Octoberfest braised purple cabbage, apples, and sausage.
Welcome back to Cooking with OTK.
That's right. We're also going to be doing this in our Dutch oven.
Yes.
As you can see. So we got our charcoal going.
And we used a little chimney.
Yeah.
These guys work super good for starting charcoal.
First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get some coals underneath here because we're gonna need to saute some of our cabbage. Ooh. So the best way to do it is you get some tongs, and there is a guide you can find. It'll tell you exactly how many pieces of coal to use to get your temperature, but really that is also dependent on the ambient temperature, environmental conditions. So we're gonna start with probably about 10 on the bottom so that we can get a good kind of saute on our cabbage.
So we can get a nice heat on the bottom of that cast iron, because we're starting off with a cold cast iron too, and we're trying to get a saute going. So
it's caliente.
Yeah, quick tip, don't use your tongs vertically over the fire.
Here we got about 12. That's a good start. We can always add more. So this, I'm gonna show you, this is kind of like a hog feed thing. You can get them at Tractor Supply or any farm supply. It's nice because it keeps your coals all together and they're not all over the place. So, and like we'll set this up even on, they have those big metal tables for it, but we'll just throw some bricks down just to get it off the ground or on top of a grill. There's so many ways, but it just keeps from charcoal going everywhere.
And kind of protect whatever surface you're cooking over, so.
Yeah, so we're gonna just need a 1.5 pound size purple cabbage. Just gonna tear off some of the bad leaves, get it down. All I'm gonna do is just do a little trim on the stem because we're gonna keep a lot of this intact. Gonna cut it in half. There we go, and you're just gonna make little 1-inch slices. And you want it to stay together. If the leaves fall apart, that's fine. It's all gonna get braised.
It's a little toasty over here.
Yeah. So we got our cabbage.
What do we got next? Our butter and our olive oil, right?
Yes. We're gonna use about a tablespoon of butter and about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. That's about good. And we got our salt and pepper. You wanna grab some tongs? You just wanna swish.
Yeah. Get that butter moving around.
And see, even just with the few coals underneath it, it's starting to get that pan nice and hot.
More people really should try and cook with coals and a cast iron.
Yeah, it's simple, it's easy, and this is a great one-pot recipe.
It is.
So we're just gonna take our cabbage pieces and just start kind of getting them down in the pan. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna give these a little bit of a saute, but then we're gonna put a braising liquid in there and then let it cook and braise and kind of steam the rest of the cabbage and sausage. And to that, remember, this is the time, I'd say about 1/2 teaspoon of smoked salt, about 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. A little more because I like pepper. That's all. You're gonna do that about 3-4 minutes on each side, and then we'll add our braising liquid and apples.
Ooh.
Getting those guys going. No, I won't burn my hand.
Yes.
So we're gonna add a few more coals just to kind of get it going. And that's the fun of cast iron and Dutch oven cooking. There's no rules, you're just doing it.
And bring that heat up just a little bit.
Yeah, just to get that working. And as you see, I have me a nice welding glove that does come in handy when you're cooking with coals.
Yes, it does.
And typically you wouldn't be doing this inside, but this is the test kitchen, so.
Yeah.
All right, now it's just a waiting game and we're about to flip them.
Yep. It's time for the flip.
It's been about 4 or 5 minutes, so we're just gonna kind of flip them around. Quite simple.
Around, it's nothing too crazy.
Yeah, and then you get that salt and pepper and oil and butter all coated on it. And we're gonna let that go for a few more minutes, and while that's going, we're gonna cut up some apples. And then make a little 1/2 to 1/4 inch
apple slices.
And we're using a Honeycrisp apple, but a Granny Smith would work just as well. And to that, we're just gonna kind of throw them in. We're gonna add another apple kind of towards the end, but we want these to really cook down, get all that flavor.
Yeah, these are for flavor. The ones later are for pretty. It's crazy. Cabbage is turning green as you cook it. This is a really easy recipe.
Yes, this is a super simple recipe. And while that's going, we're gonna get our sausages prepped out. And And we're just using a really good kind of German beef sausage. You can use a Kielbasa, bratwurst, or any smoked sausage you like.
Your favorite sausage will work just fine.
Now, if you're doing a big pot, you can go ahead and slice them all into little pieces and mix it all up. So if you're doing family style, but if you want to have a nice presentation, we're gonna score these, not all the way through, just partially. And then we'll set them in there and let them cook with it. And so when you take it out to plate it, each person gets their own little sausage, and it's already kind of pre-sliced for them. So you're just gonna make score marks and don't go all the way through. If you do, it's not the end of the world. So yeah.
Awesome.
All right, our sausages are prepped. This is a very simple, easy one-pot recipe. That's why I love it. Great for a campsite, great for home. So that's starting to get nice and soft. So to this, we're going to just lay our sausages in, nestle them down into between the cabbage. Got those guys in, and we're gonna work on our braising liquid, which is gonna be a good apple cider vinegar, some maple syrup, and a really good bone broth or a good chicken stock. We bought this one. It's actually really good.
It is very good.
It's the Zoop. We really like using it. If we don't have a fresh stock, it's about as good as you can get.
Pretty much.
Half a cup our chicken stock or broth.
2 tablespoons of maple syrup.
And then 1/3 of a cup of vinegar. You don't have to be super exact.
Yeah.
And you may need to add a little more once it's cooking, but you're gonna wanna check that. Whoa. And there's half a cup of the chicken stock, and then 2 tablespoons of syrup. There we go. I did eyeball that.
Yeah. Now we're just gonna braise it.
Yeah, give it a little stir around, get things all that liquid mix. If you want, you can put it in a container and mix it, but this is supposed to be easy at the campsite. We're just dumping and going.
Exactly.
Now the easiest part, put the lid on, and then we're gonna put a bunch of coals on top, probably about 14, so it kind of gets to around a 400 degrees, and we're just gonna let it braise for about 30 minutes. We'll check on it in 20, and then see if we need to adjust the time.
Yep. And then if you're doing it in an oven, you can do 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes. Check on it about 20 minutes.
Should work out just fine in the oven. Let's get these coals on. Oh, we weren't inside the test kitchen. I would probably just pick this up and kind of dump it on, but you know, we don't want coals flying around like that.
And don't worry, we've got a fire extinguisher right next to us, so don't worry about that.
So we'll just let that do its thing.
We'll see you soon.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
All right, well, while that is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and make our mustard cream dill sauce that we're gonna finish it off with. And this is really simple as well. Basically 3 tablespoons of heavy cream, a tablespoon of a good, we're using a spicy brown mustard, or you can use a Dijon, and about a tablespoon of some fresh chopped dill. So I'm just gonna measure it in a little thing. We did make this out at a campground, and we doubled the recipe because we were feeding a lot of people. So you can double this recipe, and it works just fine in this 10-inch Dutch oven, a decent size.
Yeah. But you can also make this cream sauce in a mason jar. You just put all the ingredients in there, shake it up, good to go.
Yeah, it's really easy out of the campsite because then you don't have as much mess.
Yeah.
So take off not that much dill. Once it's chopped down, it'll equal about a tablespoon.
Just about, yeah.
And the rest of it, we're gonna use for garnish. Because you gotta make your dishes pretty.
Yes, you do. And dill is just awesome.
Yes, gives it a lot of flavor. This is really good. Even just, you made this and just put it in a little side dish and had people dipping bratwurst and sausages in, oh, it'd be delicious. And it comes out to a nice consistency. We'll cover it, and it'll turn that kind of braising liquid into kind of a creamy sauce.
Yeah, a little more creamy of a sauce.
It's really good.
Yeah, I'd take a little taste.
That's good.
It is good.
All right, now we wait.
Now it's time to wait.
All right, well, it's been about 12 minutes. So we're gonna check, kind of toss things around, add our finishing apples, and then our sauce, and it'll be done. So let's check out and see what we got.
Ooh.
So take the lid, set it over here. That's the plus of having a welding glove. So Junior's gonna cut some apples, and then we're gonna finish this thing up.
Apple time.
So he's just cutting the apples just to make a nice little pot garnish.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut them 1/4 to 1/8 inch because you want them to kind of cook quick.
Yeah, you want them to cook quick and be pretty.
Because this, once it's done, you just pick this up, get a trivet or something, or set it on a wooden picnic table and just do it family style.
Exactly.
All right, well, I'll start laying these apples in, and these apples we're just gonna make a nice little decorative finish. Actually, first I'm gonna put our little sauce. So the sauce, we're just gonna kind of throw it in there. It'll melt all down, cover a little on your sausages.
That sauce will kind of go into the sausage and get it nice and
get all that
flavorful.
good flavor, mustard cream in between. That's why you score your sausages, so that now this little sauce can kind of get all down into
The flavor will permeate through the whole dish.
Don't want to leave any of this good stuff out. A little taste of the liquid.
Spot on, right?
Yes, indeed. All right, now we're gonna take our apples and just lay them in. We're really just doing this to make it look pretty. Going through all this effort, you might as well.
You might as well make it look pretty. Really impress your friends too.
That's what they say. You eat with your eyes first. All right, and then whatever apples you don't use, appetizer. It's a snack. Get some peanut butter. Yum.
Oh, yeah, that would be really good. A little bit of peanut butter.
So after that, all we're gonna do is take our lid with the coals still on it,
Put it back on top so we can get those apples nice and cooked a little bit.
and then we'll do that for about 5 to 10 minutes. Once those apples are done, this dish is done and we'll eat.
Ooh, yes, sir. We
We'll
will
snack
be back.
first.
Oh,
Yum.
it's a good apple.
All right, while that's finishing up and someone's snacking on apples, I'm just gonna take a little of this extra dill and just kind of rough chop it for a little bit of garnish. No, I mean, we have it, why throw it away?
Oh, hey, I was just taking a little snack.
So see, that's all. You just wanna add that little green color, so it'll be nice.
Yeah.
And that's that. For a couple more minutes, but we'll go ahead and get ready to serve up.
Alrighty.
I got a
Look
plate.
at you being prepared and stuff. Alrighty.
All right, it is ready to go. So, we're gonna take our lid off. Ooh, look at that.
Wowzers.
You can see it's still bubbling.
Yeah.
And then to finish it off, we're gonna take a little of our chopped dill, throw it around,
It's a little garnish.
make it pretty.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing. Now you can do, grab your handle, but I would wear a glove because it is hot. Take this over to your picnic table, get some tongs or a big spoon and serve it family style. Since we don't have a picnic table, we're gonna serve it right here. Oh, whew. That looks good. And take up some of our cabbage, kind of cabbage steaks, to make sure we get plenty of those apples that have been braising. And if you want, you can always serve it over a little German pasta noodle, spitzel, or just as it is. I'm gonna take our sausage, drip it right on top.
Look
and
at
that's
that.
how we would make everybody's plate. And maybe a sprig or two of dill.
Check this out, guys.
There we are.
That looks delicious.
That's that. It's quite that simple. Oh, that smells so good. I'm ready to dig in, but I'm gonna have to make me a plate now.
And guys, it only took us about 45 minutes to do this whole thing, so.
Yeah, start to finish, under an hour. Great out at a campsite, especially if you're, just using charcoal or even your coal from your firewood. It's easy, just a few ingredients, and if y'all could smell this.
Yeah. And most of that time, we were just waiting. We weren't doing
Yeah,
anything.
and just chilling. So
It's time to dig in.
yes, my favorite part.
It's time to fork around and find out.
Well, this is gonna be hot.
Yeah, that's gonna burn.
I don't know what's hotter, the lid or this.
I can't believe you put that in your mouth. That had been so hot. Not bad. Cool. My turn then.
Good. That braising liquid is on point. Woo.
Oh,
But delicious.
wow.
We got one more little bite.
That's super delicious.
Got a little apple on this bite. Oh, dripping everywhere, but hey, we're outside. Kind of. That really is good. All right, well, that was delicious, and I can't wait to finish it. But that means we gotta turn you off.
So we can
My dinner.
fill our tummies. So definitely try this recipe out.
Oh,
super
yes.
easy. If you've never worked in a cast iron before, this would be a great one to do.
And we'll have this up on our website, outdoortestkitchen.org. And, you know, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, try it out, give us a comment.
Check it out.
Yes. And remember, keep camping and keep cooking.
Yeah.
Be a little faster, please. Sorry, the cast iron's just heavy.
Our pumpkin got a little hot. That one's getting hot too. Are we?